How's it going, peeps? It is now time for the Money in the Bank prediction game video. Now I'll be going over all of my predictions for the show, and I suggest and recommend you guys to participate as well in the comments below by leaving all of your predictions for all the matches on the card. So, the last prediction game, the Elimination Chamber. A bunch of you left your predictions, but none of us got them all right. We all got 1, 2, or maybe even 3 matches wrong. And it's because the matches on the show, there was a lot of like surprise endings. For instance, Ryback winning the Intercontinental Championship. Most of us, just looking at the comments, thought that Sheamus was going to win that championship. And then, when it came to Kevin Owens versus John Cena, Kevin Owens winning his first pay-per-view match against John Cena of all people, I think that also caught a lot of us by surprise. And then the main event, Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. You know, I think a lot of us thought Rollins was going to retain, but we thought Rollins was actually going to win the match. Now, I did say that if there was going to be a disqualification at some point, at a pay-per-view, that it was going to be at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, because that was a network-exclusive pay-per-view. So only those who have the network would, be able to watch that pay-per-view. And so you'd have people paying $50 to $60 who would then maybe be pissed off that they paid that much and the main event ends in a way like that, in a disqualification where there's no, clear winner, clean winner via pinfall or submission. But yeah, none of us got our predictions right, at least all of them. So the streak, the short winning streak we started about a month and a half ago or so is now over. It's broken. Our 2-0 streak is now 2-1. It's all good though. At Money in the Bank, I think at least one of us has to get it right this time, and I encourage all of you guys to participate. I mean, I haven't even gotten all my predictions right in such a long time, maybe even a year or so, and I used to be good at this. People used to be like, hey man, Deagle, you're really good at your predictions. They really did say that. I'm not just saying, anything. People actually used to say that. So, I'm hoping to finally get a damn pay-per-view where I get all my predictions right. I'm not sure if it's going to happen at Money in the Bank, but hopefully it happens soon. Anyways, I like the Elimination Chamber match. So I like the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view because you had 2 Elimination Chamber matches, and now the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. I love ladder matches, so 2 pay-per-views in a row I'm getting, match types that I really like. And in this case, we're getting 2 ladder matches, one of them being, of course, the Money in the Bank ladder match itself, but also the main event is going to be in a ladder match for the championship. Ambrose versus Rollins. This should be a good match. I mean, after all, whenever they've had a match, it's always been at the very least a good match, so why would this be any different, especially now that they're adding the ladder match stipulation. Really looking forward to this. Anyways, let's start off with the predictions, and of course I always started off with the kickoff match, so this time there's actually a match on the pre-show. Last time it was the Miss TV segment, which was basically used to announce Daniel Bryan's book and also have him announce that his career is not over. So this time we're getting King Barrett versus R-Truth, which I'm assuming is taking place because of R-Truth eliminating King Barrett inside the Elimination Chamber. Now, speaking of R-Truth, love the segment on Monday, especially how he was cutting it in a serious fashion. I'm pretty sure a bunch of people, once he came out and started cutting that promo, actually thought he was in the match. I wouldn't be surprised, but, I like how he was really serious about it, and then his reaction once Kane is like, you're not even in the match. R-Truth is one of the funniest guys on the roster, and I think that was their response to the people over the past couple of months, wondering why R-Truth has been in these, I guess high-profile matches, where he was in the Intercontinental Championship ladder match. A lot of people were wondering, why is R-Truth in the match? Also, recently, the Elimination Chamber match. People were still wondering, why is R-Truth in the match? Why can't it be like Neville or something like that? And it didn't even start just at WrestleMania. R-Truth for a while was put inside of a lot of these multi-man matches for championships. He'd never win, but he'd always be in those matches, and you'd have some people wondering why he's in the match. But I think more so now, because recently, or at least before WrestleMania, he wasn't winning too many matches. He was losing most of his matches. But anyways, yeah, Truth versus Barrett. Who do I think is going to take that match, win the match? I'm gonna go with King Barrett. He's gonna get his bloody revenge on R-Truth for eliminating him from the chamber. And then we've got the Intercontinental Championship match between the new champion Ryback and the returning, well, it's the Big Show. When it comes to that match, I think Ryback's gonna win it. I was just hoping that they'd save the Shell Shock for Sunday instead of, Ryback hitting the Shell Shock on Monday and then most likely hitting it also on Sunday. I know he's done it in the past, about a year back or so, when they had a match on Raw, but that was about a year ago. Now we're, this Sunday when he hits the Shell Shock again on the Big Show, people aren't going to be as wowed, I feel. But anyways, moving on, we've got the Tag Team Championship match. It is going to be the champions, the New Day, defending their titles against the PT what? I think I said PT Pre. Anyways, PTP, I don't know, for some reason that sounds like I'm saying PTP, actually like, pissing. But no, PTP, the Primetime Players versus the New Day. And, they were the last team remaining, or the last team eliminated, I should say, inside the Elimination Chamber. So I saw this match coming, and I do hope that the Primetime Players win the tag team titles at some point. And I'm a fan of both teams, so when it comes to a match like this between both teams, while I do want to see the PTP win the tag team titles, I also want to see the New Day retain and have a long reign with the tag team titles, because, man, the New Day has been great as heels. They've been really entertaining. Their segments, their matches are some of the best parts of Raw, because they're just entertaining as a group, especially as, heels. And while I do hope that the PTP win the tag team titles at some point, I don't want it to be on Money in the Bank, because I'm hoping the New Day, keeps those tag team titles for a little while longer. And I don't think this feud between the two teams is going to end this Sunday on Money in the Bank. They're probably going to have one or two, or judging from, the tag team division as a whole, they're probably going to have like 10 matches on Raw and SmackDown, and a couple more on pay-per-views. Well, actually, no, they'd have more matches on Raw and SmackDown and fewer on pay-per-views, but you get what I'm saying. Anyways, as far as who I think is going to win here, I'm going to go with the New Day winning the match and retaining their tag team titles. And afterwards, you've got the Divas Championship match. It is going to be Nikki Bella defending her title against Paige. Now, when it comes to Nikki Bella and her Divas Championship reign, the more she holds on to that title, the more I'm thinking she might just not lose this championship for a good while longer. I think they might have Nikki Bella surpass AJ Lee's reign, because at the moment, AJ Lee is the longest reigning Divas champion. Before AJ Lee, it was Maurice, and once she left, AJ Lee got the longest reigning title reign. And now that AJ's gone, Nikki Bella might just be the next longest reigning Divas champion. So if she's gonna do that, she's gotta hold on to that title for at least until what? Night of Champions, Hell in a Cell, or something like that. Because I think she won it. I think she had won it maybe at Hell in a Cell, right? Hell in a Cell 2014, I believe. Or maybe was it Survivor Series? I don't know. Basically until that time. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say Nikki Bella wins the Divas Championship match. Following that, we've got the rematch between John Cena and Kevin Owens. Now, the last time at the Chamber, I thought for sure Cena was, well, not for sure, but I thought Cena was going to win. And of course, he didn't win. Kevin Owens won. So now that they're having a rematch, and I still think John Cena's going to win, do I go with Kevin Owens just because of that last result where I thought Cena was going to win, but he lost? Or do I go with John Cena again and hope that this time he wins? I say I go with John Cena and hope that this time he wins. Because he will. I don't see John Cena losing a second match in a row to Kevin Owens. And for that reason, I'm going to go with Cena. And then when it comes to the Money in the Bank ladder match itself, which is going to involve Dolph Ziggler, Neville, Kofi Kingston, Sheamus, Kane, Randy Orton, and Roman Reigns, I'm going to go with Roman Reigns on this one. And you can believe that. And I've got a lot to say about the ladder match, the Money in the Bank ladder match specifically, so make sure to stay tuned for my detailed prediction and simulation on Saturday, along with all the other detailed predictions and simulation videos, including part 2 of this match. So then the main event, Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose in a ladder match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I'm gonna go with the champ himself, Seth Rollins, walking away with the win, and the title of course. So that's pretty much it for my predictions. Now it's time for you guys to give me your predictions in the comments, and I'll list all the matches in the description box so you guys can easily give me your predictions. And let's go ahead and participate, guys. I encourage a lot of you to participate, all of you to participate. So I want to see over 100 predictions in the comment section, and hopefully at least one of us gets them all right. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, as always, you can click that like button down below. I'd really appreciate it. And with that said, I'm out. See ya.